Hello everybody, this is Goji73 here with a figure review. It is time for another Bandai figure review, and now that the Spark Doll Tyrant has been reviewed and put out of the way, here is the next Bandai buy I've gotten, and so, let's pull him out. Earth Gomora, from Monster Rush Ultra Frontier. Now this is going to be a bit of a peculiar review because there's very little information available about this monster. It's not a fan-made monster like Andro the Killer, Kabuto the Killer, or Wakashi Mamu, but he is an official character. From what I do know about his history, because there's so little information about it, Earth Gomora is basically a variation of normal Gomora, but covered in these crystals known as monster souls, or something like that. Basically, Ultra Frontier is about the aliens of the series, who are now bounty hunters, and they go about killing monsters to gain points for some sort of tournament they're all participating in. Three of the main characters are an alien Baltan, an alien Guts, and an alien Magma, and they're the main characters that the show focuses on. There's also a video game series which I believe that the show is adapted from, and in that game, Earth Gomora is one of the characters in it. So, this is one of the forms that you're looking at that Earth Gomora looks like. So anyway, for what I know of history, there you go. With that said, let's get on to detail. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty detailed monster. And again, like Tyrant, this is another Spark Doll by technicality. But you can see he's covered in the green crystals that you see here. I'm pretty certain this is called Kaiju Soul. Like, if these crystals are destroyed, it's points for whoever can destroy them. So as you can see here, he's covered in them. Now, unfortunately, much like Tyrant and any other Spark Doll that's come out, he's kind of sort of unfinished in the paint department. Some Kaiju Soul is colored in, like his elbows, his face, his chest, and his knees. But looking at the other stuff, like his legs, his back, his tail, they're all not painted at all, and it just looks kind of lazy. Again, the curse of the Spark Dolls. They're good in detailing, but very lazy when it comes to paint job. When it concerns the 6-inch figures, that is. So, as far as detail goes here, sculpting looks really good, but paint is very lazily applied. So, it's just okay for the most part. Now, as far as superpowers go, I'm not too certain about what Earth Gomora's powers are, but from what I have seen, he has an oscillatory ray that he fires from the crystal-like protrusion on his chest here, and he can roll into a ball, but that's as far as I've seen. I don't know if he has any more than that, and I'm sorry that I can't provide you guys with a little more information on that. There just isn't any. And even if there is, it's all Japanese, and I can't really translate it because it's from their own website, which you can't translate. And no, that one wiki doesn't have any information either. But anyway, get back onto the review. Now, as for articulation, he actually has quite a few despite his hunched forward appearance. Both arms rotate, both at the elbow here and at the shoulder here. They can rotate through. They can't really rotate 360 degrees because of the Kaiju Soul blocking the path, like along the legs, along the head crest. So unfortunately it's limited to just swiveling up and down. That's for the arms. The legs are kind of sort of the same thing too because of the crystals blocking its path. Or, oh, okay, never mind then. Oh wait, no, I was right. It can only go so far before it's obstructed by the crystals in its way. Unusually, this little crystal protrusion here rotates 360 degrees. I think it's like one or two of the only things on the figure that can rotate 360 degrees. But kind of weird. I don't know the significance to it, again, because of the lack of information on this monster. And the head would rotate 360 degrees if it wasn't being obstructed by these arms. And I don't believe the tail can rotate. Oh, it can, never mind. Okay, so 3 points do rotate 360 degrees, but everything else is obstructed because of the crystals being in their way. So, articulation, there's a lot but half of it is pretty limited, so make what you can get out of it. And so let's get on to sizing. While I don't know how big he is compared to an Ultraman because he's never fought one before, I do have the original Gomora. Now, looking at this here, you can kind of see that Earth Gomora is kind of hunched forward, more like an actual dinosaur than Gomora. And I don't know if that's supposed to be good or bad, because as you can see, they're not exactly on the same scale. But again, that could be because Earth Gomora is hunched forward, like he's more balanced evenly. But again, this is just to show off how they look together. I don't know how it would be together. I'm assuming that they would be eye to eye, but hey, just go by what we know. And as I've said before, we know very little. And so that just about does it for his review. History only appears in a video game. Detail is okay. Sculpting is good, but the paint job is extremely lazy. Superpowers I'm not too sure about. Articulation is pretty nice, but also very limited at the same time. So, like detail, it's just okay. And sizing is alright. I personally think it's alright. So in the end, I'm giving this figure a 6 out of 10. And I give it that score because, again, the very lazy paint job and the limited range of articulation kind of sort of hurts this figure. Articulation I can slightly understand, but detail, it's just Bandai being lazy with their 6-inch line again. If you like Gomora, or if you like the design, like I do, I actually do think the design is pretty cool, go ahead and pick it up, but you're not missing much if you skip out on it. And so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. That's it for today's figure review. If you like what you see, or what I make, and wish to support me and help me create content faster or more efficiently, you can help me by supporting me on Patreon, and possibly get a video of your own made for you, or win several other prizes. You can also help me by supporting me here on YouTube, as well as Facebook and Twitter for anything else I may make in the future. And so that's it. I'll see you all next time.